Alright guys, so in our previous videos we introduced the piano and we spoke about the black keys and then the white keys. Alright, and then we said that to find your A you need to take the threes and then count 1, 2, 3. Then you get your A. You take the threes, you count 1, 2, 3, you get your A. Alright, so that means an easy way to find your C is that you take your twos and the first one becomes your C. Alright, because if here is A, 1, 2, 3, this becomes your C. Okay, so today we want to break it down, okay, because we need to be able to form we introduced these notes as letters in our previous video, okay, and then we said that when these letters come together they form words, okay, and these words also form sentences, all right, which is the music that we play. So today we want to break it down, okay, and then talk about a very important term called scales, right? And as a beginner, one of the most fundamental things that you're supposed to learn is your scales, okay, and then most importantly the major scale. All right, so with the scale we are basically creating a harmonic space where we can operate or where we can form these chords and then start playing progressions with them, okay. So the scale can start on any of the key or any of the notes, all right. So a scale can start on A, can start on B flat, can start on B, a scale can start on F, a scale can start on A, on G, all right. So wherever the scale starts, that becomes our root note, okay. Take note of that. So I want us to look at one of the most important scales in Western music, which will be the major scale, all right, which is also a diatonic scale. I'll recommend that you check my theory lessons to understand more on major scales, or the diatonic scale and its natural minor scales, all right. So let's take the key of C, okay, as our root note. All right, as I said earlier, any of the keys can actually be our any of the keys can actually be our root notes, okay. So today I'm going to look at C, all right, which is this, that is taking your twos and then coming here, the first one. So this is your C, all right. So the scale has a scale formula, okay, and for the major scale the scale formula is a tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. All right, now let me show you what a tone is and what a semitone is, okay. So assuming I'm on C, all right, and I want to move a tone, it is basically moving 2 steps, okay. So I'm here, I want to move a tone, so it means it will be 1, 2, okay. So this is what we call a tone, all right. And if I want to move a semitone and I'm on C, it is basically moving 1 step, okay. So a tone is 2 steps, moving 2 steps either up or down, okay, and the semitone is moving 1 step either up or down, all right. And so you can also call a tone a whole step, all right. So when you hear a whole step, it is just the same thing. If I'm here and I want to move a whole step, it's just 1, 2, all right. If I'm here and I want to move a half step, it is also the same as the semitone, which is 1, all right. So that is how it works. So once we are on any key, we are going to use this scale formula, okay. We're going to use the scale formula which I gave already to find the major scale of that key, all right. So there are 12 keys, all right. There are 12 keys on the piano, all right. There are 12 keys in the sense that we know this is our A, B, C, D, E, our A. Okay, so from A to G would be 7. Okay, and once we add the sharps and flats, which I already explained in my previous videos, we get A, B flat, B, C, C sharp, D, E flat, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, and back to our A. So if you count, you realize that it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then back to our A. So you realize that there are 12 keys, alright? So in our Western music, what we use is the 12 keys, the 12 key system. So basically, you can start on any of the keys to get your skills, alright? You can start on any of the keys to play your music, alright? You can start on any of the keys to form your chords or to play your progressions, alright? So I want us to, for the purpose of this lesson, let's look at the key of C, alright? Let's start with the key of C. So once we are on our C, we want to find the major scale, alright? The formula says tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone, alright? So once we are here, we want to move a tone. It means we count 1, 2. Formula again says tone. The next on the formula is semitone, which is 1 step. The next on the formula is tone. The next on the formula is tone. The next on the formula is tone. The next on the formula is semitone. Alright, so back to our octave. This is called the octave. Alright, so if I'm here, this over here is also a C. Alright, and it is called an octave higher up. Alright, if I'm here, this is also a C, and it is an octave lower the C. Okay, so on any key that I am, once I move to its same key, alright, so I was here, so once I move here, it is an octave. Okay, so let's look at what we had from the key of C using our scale formula. So we had this is what we term as scale. Alright, so let's go to the key of, say, A. Alright, this is our A. Okay, so we want to find the major scale for A, alright, within this octave. So once you are here, it becomes tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone, and then back to our octave. Okay, so basically that is how the major scale works. Okay, we can be on the key of C sharp and find our major scale. So tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone, back to our C sharp, which is the octave. Alright, so it becomes this becomes our C sharp major scale. Alright, so it is very important to understand that these scales are important because out of these scales we will form chords. Alright, we will form chords which we will use for our progression. So for instance, if this is our C major scale, we are going to form chords out of this scale. Alright, that is the importance of the scale. Right, chords are formed from these scales. So like our C major scale like this, we can form the C chord. Alright, chords that we use in playing music. Alright, I just wanted you to understand the build up of these chords, all right? How they build up to chords, and then how they build up from chords to progressions. Okay, the progressions is simply the movements, all right, to create the music. So with these scales, there are fingerings to it, all right? You can't just use any fingers to play, all right? So taking the C major scale, all right, for the purposes of this lesson, the fingerings for the C major scale would be, so for the right hand, it would be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So see it as this way. See this as your 1, right? Your thumb as your 1, your index finger as your 2, the middle finger as your 3, all right, and the fourth one as your 4, and then this one, the little finger as your 5. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is for the right hand, all right, and this one is quite the opposite. All right, so on the left hand, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so when you put all together, it becomes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so you realize that this goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but this one goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and it takes time for you to be able to play all together. All right, so I recommend that you just slow it down and play it very slowly so that you're able to get a transition, because 1, 2, 3, realize that this does a transition over here, but this doesn't. All right, and now over here, this does a transition, but this doesn't. All right, so basically that is how it works. Alright, if you want to move an octave up to, say, play 2 octaves, it becomes. So once you are playing the second octave, this one starts. Alright, so okay, and then once you are here, the right hand repeats what we did previously. Okay, so let me take it 1, 1. And then the thumb starts again. Alright, and over here. Okay, but then because this is starting instead of the little finger, the 4 takes over. Okay, so playing both octaves becomes. Sorry, this. I made a mistake myself, but let's do it again. Alright, so basically that is playing 2 octaves together. Okay, so these are your scales, right? This is the major scale. So you can take the scale formula and then try your hands on other keys, okay, being it maybe the key of B flat. All right, it is found using the scale formula, the key of F. All right, the key of E. Okay, so all these keys are tonal centers. All right, you can study your scales, your chords on all these keys. All right, so basically that is it. So in our next lesson, we are going to move to how to form chords out of these scales. So I recommend that you practice more on the scales. You try everything across all the 12 keys, right, so that you are very fluent and comfortable in all the 12 keys. Okay, so in our next lesson, we're going to talk about chords. All right.